And welcome back to Hannity, and we are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we continue for the entire hour on the road with GOP frontman Donald Trump. You know, I have personally so much admiration for people that I know in Pittsburgh. I have friends in this audience here tonight. Sure. And this city, really do. But this city, with the steel industry, has gone through an economic transformation and difficult times. And I know that this is representative of a lot of America. And I know that probably everybody here wants to hear, how specifically are you going to help them so they can save money and pay for college and get a new car and live in a safe house and a nice neighborhood?
So our jobs are being taken away from us like we're taking candy from a baby. I use the expression, it's like taking candy from a baby. We have people that are incompetent running our country. We don't know what we're doing. Our jobs are going to Mexico. China is dumping steel all over the place. By the way, all over the world, just so you feel better. But China is dumping steel. Your steel mills, I see what's going on. This was the steel capital of the world by far, nothing close, and now I see what they're doing. And, you know, before I came today, because I'm making a speech where we have thousands and thousands of people right after this, and I said, give me some statistics, and it's unbelievable how you've lost your manufacturing jobs, you've lost your steel jobs. You look at what's happened with U.S. Steel and all these great companies, these once, you know, these incredible companies, and it's being taken because of devaluation, all of the devaluations. It makes it impossible. It makes it impossible for the companies to compete, and we're losing our jobs. Companies are moving to Mexico. Mexico is becoming the new China. And we got to stop it, and we're going to stop it. And what they're doing, especially in Asia, but especially China, you look at what they're doing with the dumping. But forget the dumping. What they're doing with devaluation of their currencies is just unbelievable. And we have people that don't do anything about it because our politicians are all taken care of by lobbyists and special interests, and they're told not to do anything. It's not that they're stupid. They're told not to do anything.
But well, I guess it's a razor's edge in some ways, because you're saying you're going to negotiate free and fair deals. But okay, let's say we limit some of the imports from China, Vietnam, depending on what the product happens to be. That also means American consumers are going to end up paying more.
Well, no.
How do you manage that?
Because we're going to have more jobs. And you know what? You may pay a little bit more, but you're going to have better jobs and you're going to have more jobs. People never say that. You know, these people that don't know what they're doing, you know, I'm a free trader, okay? But the problem with free trade is you have to have leaders on your side that know what the hell's going on. They don't know what's going on. And we don't have those leaders. We have leaders that don't have a clue. You look at what's happening. You know, I usually, it's just one company. I hate to pick on them all the time, but I talk about Ford. I talk about Nabisco. I talk about Carrier Air Conditioner. They're moving to Mexico. They let go of 1,400 people. Wonderful people. I watched it. On screen.
So when they want to bring their products back, what do we do?
We do nothing. We let them come in. No tax, no nothing. They fire everybody. They move to Mexico. They make their air conditioners. They sell them across the border, which now is going to be a very strong border, folks, by the way. It's not going to be... But Sean, watch this. Wait, watch this. Are you guys ready
for it?
Who's going to pay for the wall? And by the way, 100%. You know, the politicians say they'll never pay. 100%.
They're not going to write us a check, but
they'll pay in one form or another. They may even write us a check by the time they see what happens. They may. You know.
So let me go back to getting
Sean.
Yeah.
I have great respect, and the Hispanics, you saw in Nevada, I won the poll with the Hispanics and all that, because I'm going to produce jobs. They want jobs. People that are here legally want jobs. But let me just tell you, Mexico, I have good relationships. The problem is their leaders are too smart and too cunning for our leaders. Our leaders don't know what we're doing. And Mexico, we're going to build the wall. But let me tell you, without the wall, Mexico could stop 90% of the problems just by being tough. They don't want to stop.
How long would it take you to build?
To their advantage.
How long? You're president. It's your first day in office. How long will it be till that wall's complete?
Well, I would say it'll be complete within 2 years from the time we start. We'll start quickly. And it'll be a real wall. But I'll tell you this. Last week I was endorsed by 16,500 Border Patrol people. first time. And of course, a couple of months ago, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who's phenomenal. And he knows this guy knows about the borders, right, folks? But Sheriff Joe endorsed me. But 16,500 Border Patrol people, they've never endorsed any presidential candidate before.
Yeah.
And they endorsed me because they know, they want to do their job. When you let them do their job and when you put pressure on Mexico to stop what's going on, you're going to need the wall. You're going to always want the wall. But you know what? It will not be nearly as necessary as
Let me go back to the economy, because this is so important. 95 million Americans out of the labor force. 50 million. This is not a joke. We all know people in poverty. We all know people on food stamps. It used to be in my radio career early on, if anyone lost their job, I can get them a job. I can't get them a job anymore. So the question is, between trade, what else? In other words, how many jobs can we create by becoming energy independent?
Do you know how many millions of jobs have been taken out of our country? And this area is a prime area. Another area where we're really concerned, you look at upstate New York, it's devastation. It's devastation. That's why I go up there, and we had 21,000 people in Albany the other night, 2 nights ago. We have 6,000, 7,000 people. It's like a routine crowd. These people are desperate for jobs, and they want their businesses back. And by the way, a thing that's never mentioned, rules and regulations. They put regulations on people and businesses that make it impossible for us to compete. And you look at the people we're competing against, they have no regulations. So we're going to straighten it out.
Do you think, let me go back to this side. If you become president, it's your first day in office. I hate the fact that we rely on countries that hate our guts for energy, which is the lifeblood of our economy. So my question is, how quickly could we be an energy independent country?
Well, very quickly. I mean, we have technology today that allows us to do things. As an example, this state, they have decimated your coal mines. They have decimated your workers. They have decimated. And, you have things called clean coal. You know what we do? First of all, the mines are almost, they're going to be gone. They're going to be extinct, and they shouldn't be. Coal is great. Coal, we have 1,000, listen to this, though, 1,000-year and probably more supply of coal for energy, and we're not allowing to use it. And you know what we do with it? We send it to China, and China uses it, okay? The little that we produce now. I'm going to open them up, and we're going to have clean coal. We all want clean coal. We're going to have clean coal, but we're going to open the mines up. In West Virginia, it's devastated because of what they've done. Parts of Pennsylvania are devastated.
We're the Saudi Arabia of natural gas. We have more than any other country.
So much, but we can have that. We should have everything. We should have everything, including renewables. But the problem with the renewables, look, I know more about renewables than any human being on earth because I understand it from a practical standpoint. I love solar. Solar's great. Problem is, it's a 30-year payback. It isn't practical. The technique. It's not there yet. It's a somebody said, oh, it's really wonderful, 32-year payback. Who's going to get 32-year payback? And it doesn't have big power.
Are there are there millions of jobs, for example, for people in this crowd, are there millions of jobs in the energy sector if we commit as a country to energy independence?
There's millions of jobs in everything. We're losing
Would you like those jobs?